Hello YouTube, Joey here of TBI, bringing you a Star Dragon deck profile. This is on my Big Bang deck. This was inspired to me by someone I played with at locals. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the deck profile. Flag, same. The buddy is the Genesec Omega Big Bang. We'll get into him when we get to the twos. So for our zeros, I play one Inverse Dawn, Twilight Count, whatever you want to call it. 4/1/1. He's not Lord, so you play in a world, obviously. And whenever you would take a damage, you gain 1 life and deal damage to your opponent. This effect only activates once per turn, I believe. Yeah. And he's a size 0, so he's really nice, really good stats. Play 1 Dragon Arms or Tilgar for things like the Mirror Match and size 2 or smaller decks that based around Soul Guard. Basically, what he does, he's 2/1/2. When he's in the soul of Neo Dragon, that Neo Dragon nullifies the abilities of monsters it's in combat with till the end of battle and has cross lines. So basically, ignore things like Penetrate, Soul Guard, Counterattack, Spectral Strike, and whatnot. Really important for the deck. Play 4 copies of Sphere Remnant, or what is it called? Sphere Cemetery Star Remnant. 3/1/3 can only be called to the left, but reduces the call cost of all your Neo Dragons by 1 gauge, so it's actually really important. You just basically use it to reduce call cost. And also it's a 0 with good stats, so really nice. That's it for the zeros. For the ones, 1 copy of Dragon Arms Transporter. Dragon Arms Transporter, or Transportal. When it's in Soul of Neo Dragon, if that Neo Dragon would attack, you can remove the Soul card on your opponent's field until the drop zone. Yeah, it's any card, not just card stacking. It's 2/2/3, so 2 criticals, always nice. Cross Knives. 1 copy of Dragon Arms Nano Break, 4/2/1, and when it's in Soul of Neo Dragon, you can use its act ability, which is, if it's in Soul of Neo Dragon, you can pay 2 gauge, and if you do destroy a monster on your opponent's side of the field, so it's really nice for getting rid of walls. But I don't use that effect too often, unless I really have to. And he has Cross Knives. And just so you guys know, all Dragon Arms have Cross Knives, that way I'm not repeating this a billion times. 2 copies of Dragon Arms Charger, 2/1/2. Really bad stats in my opinion. I really hate the stats, but its effect is really useful, which is Supercharge. Whenever this card would be put into the Soul of Neo Dragon from the field or drop zone, you can pay a gauge, and if you do, draw a top card of your deck. So what you do with him is you put him in Soul of Genesec Big Bang through cross-knizing or through Big Bang's call cost, and with that you can pay a gauge and just draw. It's really nice for getting advantage. Play 2 copies of Dragon Arms Radiant Alma. All of you pretty much know what Alma does. Cross Knives, 2/2/1, and if it's in Soul of a Neo Dragon, if your life is 6 or less, you can pay a gauge, and if you do for that turn, against double attack. Really nice. So just giving double attack is really useful. 2 copies of Star Guardian Jackknife SD. You can play 2 or 3. I ended up lowering it 2 for space purposes, and also the fact that I really don't need it 3 that much. It's 2,000 power, 1 critical, 3,000 defense, and it has the act ability of act. You call 1 Neo Dragon from. You call a size 2 Neo Dragon from drop zone on top of this card by paying its call cost. So when it's called on top, this card would go in the Soul, and so on and so forth. Really nice. Just basically getting things back from drop. And then we play 4 copies of probably the best size one to start Dragon World nowadays. V Gradient Quantum Ruler, which is 4/1/1. The critical is not that nice. The power is pretty decent, but its effect is really what matters. Basically, whenever this card enters the field, if you have a Neo Dragon with a Soul on the field, put the top card of your deck into the gauge and you draw. So every time you play this card, you basically get a gauge and a draw, which is really nice. Really good, and it gives you plus right off the bat, so it's really nice. So that's it for the ones. For the twos, we play 1 3rd Omni Waterlord Miseria, 6/2/5. Pay 2 gauge and put up to 2 spells and drop them into this card's Soul. Double attack, Soul Guard, and Lifelink 2. Basically a nice double attacker with good stats. Might switch this out for Dark Miseria, not sure yet. Next up we have 2 Hold Star Envelope, 6/2/6. Pay 2 gauge and put the top card of your deck into the Soul for the call cost. And he has 2 effects. First one, Soul Guard, and the second one is whenever this card would destroy a monster, an opponent's monster by battle, put 1 Dragon Arms from your drop zone into this card's Soul. So, yeah. Basically, it's really nice just keep getting that soul back. It's leaves 3. But it has good sustained, good stats. It's actually really good stats. Continuous soul guard is really nice, and you can just keep getting it back through the effect and killing things, so very nice, and it suits me very well. And then we play 4 copies of the Buddy of the deck, 4 copies of the Genesect Omega Big Bang. Pay 1 gauge, put 1 card from your drop zone to its card's soul, the call cost. He has 2 abilities. The first one is Soul Guard, just like every other Neo Dragon out there, it's good. And the second one is the Act ability, which is put a Dragon Arms from its card's soul into the drop zone. If you do destroy any card on the field, you can only use this effect once per turn. Or you may only use this ability once per turn. But that only applies per, like, card. So if I call another one over it, I could use the effect again. I don't know. I rarely do that, though. But 5/2/5. And he's really good because he allows you to pop a lot of cards consistently. Almost every turn you're calling him or getting a Dragon Arms in him. So through that, you're basically popping a card every turn. You're getting free pluses. He adds a lot of pressure to your opponent, and also he has good stats. Also, the fact he has the soul on by the time he enters the field is really important, because that means they can't like death grip it when its effect is triggering to get a soul, like with Star Guardian Jack and whatnot. Per se death grip or like Pillar of Fire or something. But and then popping's really good, as I said. Slow guard, soul guard. It's just a really high quality card in general. That's it for the 2s, and for the 3s, play two of them. Play the biggest Dragon Arms, Sonic Blast, 6/3/6. Pay 2 gauge call cost if you ever call it, and he has the Cross Knives ability, obviously, and when this card is sold with Neo Dragon, if that Neo Dragon were attacked, pay a gauge if you do destroy any card in the field. So more popping, and any card just like Genesect, so you can destroy items, set spells, etc. It's really useful. And we play 1 copy of Giant Dragon Arms, or Great Dragon Arms, the main force, 4/3/6, same call cost as Sonic Blast, and he has the effect of Act, Force Liberate. It's Counteract. Basically, if monster or a Neo Dragon would be destroyed during that turn, you can pay a gauge and it remains on the field. Unfortunately, it does not stop things like Penetrate and whatnot, which I wish it did, but yeah. Really nice. So it's basically protection. So that's it for the 3s. Now going into the spells. Play 2 copies of Planet Memories, Gigant Grimoire clones, just more consistent and better than Dragon Arms Factory, that's why I play it. Play 2 copies of Space Elevator, and Space Elevator is basically whenever you cast this card, you put a monster from your deck to the top of the deck, or you put it in drop zone. So it's really nice setting up Big Bang plays and getting whatever card you need to the top of your deck, whether it be like Radiant Ruler or something. And what you could do is you could Space Elevator, then call him, put Charger in soul, pay a gauge, draw a card, and then get the card you put on top of the deck. And if it's something like Radiant, you call Radiant, gain a gauge, and draw. So it's really nice for getting those plays out. Play 2 copies of Spectrum Body. When I first saw this card, I fell in love with it, and I still love the card. You mainly cast this card when your when a size 2 or less Neo Dragon, or monster, not Neo Dragon, monster on your field is being attacked with no soul in it, and counter, return that monster to your hand, put top card of your deck into the gauge. So you basically save the card, which is really nice, and you gain a gauge. It's like Dragonic Loop or whatever it's called. 2 copies of Fate Information. Fate Information is pay 1 gauge cast cost, and what you do is you look at you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 size 2 or less monster or item from the top of them to your hand. The rest go to the drop zone. 2 copies of Bear Call Bear, pay 1 gauge and crossbow. Only add the space for 2, or else I'd play like 3 or 4. 2 copies of Sun Wormhole. You all know what this card does. Pay a gauge, get a size 2 or less monster from the drop zone to the field, paying its call cost, or the counter recall the 1 or less from your hand by paying its call cost. And then we play 4 copies of Proto Barrier and 4 copies of Earth Barrier. Your nulls. These nulls only work when you're being attacked directly, but they give you a gauge and a life, respectively. Earth Barrier gives you the life, Proto gives you the gauge. Just really nice. And that's it for the spells. And for the items, we play 4 copies of Cosmos Saber Dark Matter, 3000 power, 2 critical, pay gauge and life, and this card can attack even if you have monster in the center. So basically being able to attack with close center is really useful like always. And it's good stats for the center attacking. And just having 2 crits is really nice. So yeah, that pretty much finishes off the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys want to see the sideboard for my deck, give this video 7 likes and I'll be sure to post the sideboard. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Joey from TeamBurningInfinitey signing out. Peace.